League is
60
done.
points,
We
league's
have
done. League's done.
Nunes.
This season, it's done.
We'll talk
Yes, we
about.
hope Newcastle
Yeah.
can beat Liverpool and they
Yeah.
only go with one trophy, is what we're hoping for.
Yeah.
So, so
Yeah,
at the moment, we can see Newcastle winning, but we can't see Liverpool winning anymore. So,
So we'll talk about that game also. So we'll talk about games moving forward. And thank you everyone for joining in. It has been a pleasure talking with you guys. Thank you.
thank you. See you.
Bye.
Go. Hello everyone.
Hi,
I
guys.
Hey
Hello, hey
guys.
Bhavan, hey Nishant, hey Raghav. My name is Rajat Aggarwal, aka Childish Firmino, named after my favorite player, Bobby Firmino, who used to play for Liverpool. I am a Liverpool FC fanatic, a die-hard fan who has been supporting the club since Steven Gerrard took that free kick against West Ham. So he didn't score a free kick, he like belted it out of 30 yards. Like I remember that goal in the FA Cup final. And 3-3, the score was in finished. And in penalties, thankfully, Liverpool won the FA Cup. Speaking about FA Cup, speaking about cup competitions, and speaking about fans who make the competition and the game what it is. We have an Arsenal fan, we have a Manchester United fan, and we have a Real Madrid supporter. Los Blancos, why I'm saying that, I don't know. But we have Bhuvan, Nishant, and Raghav. Hello, guys. How are you doing?
Very well.
Awesome, awesome. So, Bhuvan, let me start with you with a very easy question. How was your game week 28?
So game week 28 wasn't that good. Not many players scored. I had Watkins who gave some returns. I had, of course, Salah, who's a consistent player for everyone. So he will return. But otherwise, it wasn't that a good game week because a lot of, not many goals, I would say, And hopefully, game week 29 should be much better. There are a couple of teams which are not playing. So a lot of
Yes.
changes people have made. Let's see. I had a save. I had three changes which I could do. I've done. So I
Okay.
haven't taken any minus, and so I've gotten three players that I wanted.
So you
Considering
used your three free transfers. You didn't take a -4 or
no, I
-8
didn't take a
or
minus
any
four.
chip. Okay.
Yeah.
So
So
you
and
use.
yeah, hopefully this and I would use my cards in game week 32. So this team should be good till for another
Till
two
game
three
week,
weeks.
yeah,
Yeah.
31,
So,
32. And
yeah.
yes, we have an international break also, which is
Yeah, so
something to keep in
there'll be
mind.
some injuries and all that during
Yes,
that
yes,
time.
yeah. So something to keep in mind and something to keep us entertained when football is not happening on the weekends.
So I think this week many people would get Haaland, but
Yes,
I didn't get him because if I get Haaland, then I would have to take probably -8 or something because then he's like at what 14.5. So your full squad you have to change around Haaland.
yes.
So
Yeah. And Salah is truly catching up to him because I remember the season, like Haaland was 15, if I'm not wrong. And Salah wasn't 15, like he was 12.5, if I'm not mistaken. And there was an option to choose between Haaland or Salah. Most people went with Haaland, and because he was in the ownership, he was like one of the most owned players in the league, starting with game week one, because everyone expected him to thrash the opponents. Everyone expected Manchester City to thrash their opponents. But speaking of a fan and a club that doesn't like to take no for an answer, a manager who has just come in and a form of a player in Bruno who is taking this club forward. So we have Nishant here with us. Nishant, talk to me about FPL and talk to me about your blank game week. Game week 28.
So, my game week 28 was decent. I scored 66 points. Mainly, Salah was my captain, so I got 30 points out of that.
Yes.
And then I had Pedro, who also scored, and I
So
had Sar.
so you Pedro Neto, was Chelsea player or João
No,
Pedro?
no, no, João Pedro. João Pedro.
João Pedro, the Brighton
yeah.
forward. Okay.
Yeah,
Got the
yeah.
penalty in the
Uh,
last minute, I think.
yes,
Yes.
And I had Sar. So pretty much only these three players performed. My
And
defense was completely in shambles, like Konate, Gabriel. Nobody got a clean sheet. So yeah, so mainly these players got me some points. But yeah, I think I was happy with the performance. 66 points was good enough to maintain the last position.
okay.
Yeah. But again, coming to the game week 29, so I've
Yes.
been saving my transfers. So I have three free transfers. And I am hoping to get Haaland. I have not changed my team yet. I'm still contemplating to get Haaland and take out
Okay.
Salah. And I think I will go for it because I think in this season, I took a lot of time to bring in Salah, and that time I was thinking to get in Salah, but I was not
Yes.
working on it. I thought Haaland would perform, and now I have an intuition that Haaland will perform. So I will not wait. I will get in Haaland instead of Salah.
All the best. An instinctive FPL manager who wants to bring in Haaland and who wants to transfer out the Egyptian king, Mo Salah.
So people are not
But
transfer out, I think, Salah, because everyone got him at around 12, 13. So right now, it will make no sense. People keep him on the bench only.
Actually, a lot of people had Trent in their defensive lineups,
Yeah.
who's
yes,
almost out. So a lot of people have got a lot of money by transferring him out,
Yeah.
and a lot of people have transferred Isaac out, who had Isaacs in their teams.
yes,
So getting in Haaland is not that difficult, and keeping Salah as well. So it's going to be touch and go because you've got that game week 32 where uh, so Newcastle plays twice. So you
twice.
can't really,
Yes,
yes. So you can't think of transferring Isaac out yet. So you have to be very careful that only planning for game week 29 versus planning for game week 32 as well. So you transfer him out, then transfer him back in. So it's going to be risky. But
yes,
having said that, I mean, also you have to see now Isaac has competition in the front. Now there is another
yes.
striker, Wilson, who's back.
Was back.
And
Yes,
Yeah.
if you followed Wilson's career in the past, Wilson will get a lot of minutes if he's fit. And so far, no one knows who's going to take the penalties when both of them are on the field. So
okay.
it that makes it very interesting because Isaac till now was the only penalty taker, but with Wilson back with his experience, we don't know. So we have to be careful about that as well.
And we have to be careful because Liverpool are playing Newcastle United tomorrow in the Carabao Cup final. Another Carabao Cup final which we want to lift because in Jurgen Klopp's last year, we won the Carabao Cup. And this is a competition which is near and dear to our hearts. We want to win as many cup competitions as we can. And speaking of a fan who wants to win a cup competition, Arsenal progressed through in the UEFA Champions League, Real Madrid progressed through in the Champions League, and Manchester United progressed through in the Europa League, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes. Yes.
So, congratulations to all three of you because now the planning and plotting will start because all three of you will be scrambling their heads about the players moving forward because there could be injuries, there could be fixture congestion, there could be multiple double game weeks, there could be a blank game week. We have so many influential people in the Twitter community who follow FPL, which is known as FPL community, and they are making observations about how the game week 32 will plan. But no one knows for sure after game week 32 what the plan may be, whether it will be day. So, how many doubles will be there in 33? I still have no clue about it. How many game weeks will be there? Double game weeks, I still have no idea. I have an idea about my strategy to use my wild card, but it is entirely dependent on the news which I get. And this is me being a very conservative manager because I don't want to take risk right now. I already have taken so many risks this game week, the blank game week, and I had free transfers. Like Nishant had three free transfers, I had four free transfers. Still, I took a -4.
Wow,
So,
five
so
transfers.
this shows that I took a lot of risk, unnecessary risk in my opinion, because I was set on playing Holi, and I thought before Holi I'll make in the transfers, and after that I'll continue to enjoy the festival and chill. But since then, like yesterday, I got the news that Trent is injured, and the coach has no idea about how long and when Trent will be back. He is surely out for tomorrow's game. Kwanzaa will start as the right back. We'll have Gallagher in goal, and hopefully Gakpo will be fit to start. That is all the team news I have, and I have for Liverpool because right now we have six forwards who are fit. We have Nunes,
Wow.
Chiesa, we have also have Jota, Diaz, and we have Salah. So there is a lot of competition, but not a competition for Salah. He'll surely start. Chiesa may start, and Chiesa may get some minutes. He may not start, but Nunes will have to start tomorrow's game and redeem himself
Yes.
for the penalty he missed, but also because he has been performing good. Whenever you see him on the pitch, he has been performing good in the last 3, 4 games. And I'm happy because Jota was injured for quite a while. And since then, he hasn't been clinical enough for me to make sure that I will bring in Jota. I was considering Gakpo as a Liverpool FPL option, but given the number of options we have fit right now, given the number of injuries the players may take during an international break, we have no clue about how the manager will rotate moving forward. I'll tell you this much. This manager only trusts 15, 16 players. So during those 15, 16 players, apart from them, he rarely gives the chance to other players. He'll make substitutions. He's very proactive. He can make a substitution around 45th minute. Jurgen Klopp used to make and wait till 60th minute after making a substitution, but Trent can be substituted at 45 minutes. But since Trent is no longer playing, Konza will continue to play as a right back, and Konza can be considered as a differential because our play is more like our attack is primarily focused from the right, with Salah and Kwanzaa being there, and also a differential midfielder from Liverpool could be Sobozalai or Sobo because he is on everything. Like he's on free kicks,
Right.
along he's on corner duty share with McAllister. So
And
sometimes
attacking as
McAllister
well.
takes the corners, sometimes Sobozalai takes the corners, and if Robertson continues performing this way, Tsimikas will surely come in the Premier League for him because he hasn't been up to his mark and he hasn't been up to his standard. So
Right.
we have spoken so much about Liverpool. Let me now show you my screen and share my screen to show you the team which I had for game week 28, points I scored, and let me know if you can see the screen right now. Can everyone see the
Yes.
screen?
Yeah, you can see us.
Yes,
Everyone?
yes, I can see. Yeah.
So this is statsfpl.com, and these are the goals per assist. And as you can see, mm, so let me try and check again. It is loading. While it gets loaded, let me reset all the fixtures. Points per 90. No issues. I have FPL for me. So this was my game week score. Did Can you see the team?
Right.
Yeah.
So I scored 63 points, just above the safety score, and the average was 52 points in game week 28. I had Sales in goal. I had Trent, Munoz, and Gabriel playing. The five midfielders for me were Mo Salah, Son, who I'm happy to have in my team, Dango, who is not expected to start this game week,
Yeah.
Mbomo, Mitoma, Cresswood, and Isaac in attack. And in the on the bench, I had Robinson, and Hall is ruled out for the season, and Cunha is out for 3 game weeks, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes.
So Wolves have amazing fixtures right now, and that's why I brought in Cunha. But I didn't know that he will do such a petty error on the field and get himself banned for 3 of your game weeks. But yes, this was my game week 28 team. I this I'll show you my game week history too because I've been playing this game for a while, and let me see where I can see the gaming histories. Points.
On the right side, where the points are coming.
Okay, the points.
Yeah,
So game week
the
history,
below.
yes,
Yeah, but
yes.
this will only show current season.
So yeah, and it's also
Oh,
so the
okay. They are
previous.
showing. Okay, okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I've already used the first wildcard, which I used in game week 12. I have already used assistant manager, the AM chip, which Liverpool had a double game week, if I'm not wrong. And most
Yes.
people brought in uh, Gakpo or Slot. That was the thing, right? Most people had
Yes.
Trent and Salah. So Gakpo versus Slot was the consideration for me. And in the end, I went for Slot. If you still have your assistant manager chip, you can plan for it in a double game week around 32, 33, 34, or you can leave it till the later game weeks 35, 36, 37, or for a differential manager who you expect to give you points because it entirely depends on the other chips you have as well. It depends on whether you have a wild card, whether you have a bench boost, whether you have free hit, whether you have triple captain. So there are five chips this season in FPL. We have this new chip called Assistant Manager, and it worked out fine for me in the end. And I was happy with the points Slot gave me. So I started in 2016 and 17, and my favorite season, my best overall season was 2021-22, where I
Right.
scored 2,598 points with an overall rank of 19,576. So top 20K. My initial target was top 100K, and I was very happy in the end that I finally achieved that with finishing in top 100K. But more than that, I was happy that I won two of my mini leagues. So I was happy during that season, I won two of my mini leagues. So this is the thing. And team name is Childish Firmino. The kit is quite interesting because I love the color red. And this. So this is a surprise for all of you. But because I've already made my transfers, I'm not making to do any transfer. The captain is a surprise because
Oh,
so this is my Game Week 29 team. I have bench boost available. I have triple captain available. I have wildcard available. I have free hit available. So I have four chips available, and I don't know how I'll play the steps, and I don't want to share my transfer strategy because moving forward, I'll be very cautious while speaking to Raghav, Bhuvan, Nishan, and all the our friends who play FPL because it gets quite competitive during the last 8, 9 game weeks. And I will have sales in goal against Ipswich away, hopefully a clean sheet. I brought in Cucurella, so Chelsea asset
No chance of a clean sheet there.
against Arsenal. So Saka is also back in training, if I'm not wrong. Bhuvan.
Yeah, he should be back in 2, 3 weeks. That's what they're saying.
Okay, so after the international break,
Yeah, hopefully he
Most
should be.
likely.
most
Yeah.
likely. And I have Robinson who is playing against Tottenham. I don't have any clue about which Tottenham will play. Like because Son is not expected to start, right? Son may not start, and he may come on from the bench. He played like quite a few minutes in the midweek game, and like all the prediction lineups, they don't have Sun in it. So Sun may not start. In the end, I ended up with Kirkus, who was a doubt because I was confused between Kirkus or Guardiola, the Manchester City left back. In the last two game weeks, Guardiola hasn't been attacking so much. So I only considered that, and that I wanted to bring in Bruno to help because I brought in Bruno and I brought in Clivewood. So Dango made way for Clivewood and Mitoma made way for Bruno. I have Wood and Pedro is back again in my team. So he is a player who has been on and off in my team. And I don't know why, but I have a soft corner for Brighton. So whenever I see them playing, they play such an attractive brand of football that it helps that I have a player from their team who is on everything, who is their maverick, right? He's on
But Man
penalties.
City is going to thrash absolutely thrashed Brighton today.
today.
Not having Haaland is going to be backfiring for
No, no,
someone.
I think it'll be a very low scoring game. It'll just be like a one
I
zero two
feel
one.
Haaland
Yes.
is going to score a hat trick today. This is high time. He wants to get the goals back. He's still not yet out of the race for the highest number of goals. People may think it's all done and dusted, but don't count Haaland out yet. He's back
And
scoring goals. Scored 7 goals in the last 9 game weeks, and he's found his form again. Man City is finding their mojo again
okay.
slowly. And if they find it right, and with the leaking goals from Brighton, you never know. I think Nishant and me are going to be two happy managers today with
Yeah.
Haaland captaining Haaland, and these two top people in the league this year are going to be struggling without Haaland. Or I may have created some doubt for them to think about getting Haaland
So,
in.
so I,
So
I remember I started the season with both Salah and Haaland, and I couldn't do anything in my FPL because they were
yes.
so expensive. Just having those two players, it wasn't even fun playing. So I was glad actually one player's form dipped, and you could get cheaper options and all that. So yeah,
Right, right.
I'll speak about a player who will stay in my team till game week 38. So this
till
is
this
why,
season, till the end of the season.
till the end of the
Next day is going
season,
to Saudi League.
or maybe he goes to Germany or Spain or Italy, or like who knows? Like
I
he
think he'll
knows.
get one of the very good contracts. Liverpool
I
will
think he's
offer
going to
them
be
a crazy
Liverpool's going to
deal.
give him the
Yeah,
top
Liverpool
contract.
are trying to settle and do negotiations, but it's like negotiating with your father, right? So you need to be very careful. And he is playing his game like he has been amazing. Like not only from an FPL point of view, from a league point of view, from cup competitions, and he's leading the club and he's taking all the penalties. He's scoring a lot of goals. He's taking a lot of chances. He's creating a lot of assists too. So if you see in the last game week 28, he scored 2 goals. Two of them were penalties, and he got 15 points. Before that, 6 points. Another return, a small return, but 6 points is a return. 14 points, 12 points, 8 points, 13 points, 16 points, 8 points. Till 23 to 28, he has returned. He
And most
blanked.
important thing, if you see in that chart itself, is the minutes played. He plays
Yes,
90 minutes in, week out
week
Yeah.
out.
without fail. Whether it's an easy team, whether it's a difficult team, whether it's an away, there is a Champions League fixture. No matter whatever happens, he plays 90 minutes because he's
And
so hungry for goals and assists, and he wants to break every record possible this season. He's
so
very
I'll
close to breaking every possible record for
So
the
yeah,
highest
so
number of
these
he's
assists.
already matched the Aguero record, if I'm not wrong. Like in
Yes,
Premier
yes.
League
yeah.
history, like
He's
he
going to
has
break
matched
all records. That goes
He's
without
going to
saying.
break Shearer's all-time record of most goals in a season, and that was a season which had 42 games.
42
So
games.
Yes.
yeah,
Yes,
so
and
there's a
yeah,
high chance he's going to break that record also.
And goals plus assist as well. He
Yeah,
might break
yeah,
that
yeah.
record too. So he's getting a lot of assists as well. So if he gets a few more assists, high
yeah, he
probability
will.
of him
High
breaking that as
probability
well.
of him bring that. So this is what I want to talk about. Southampton mark this team, and I'll tell you why. Another team is West Ham United, who are often leaky in defense. Since the new manager has come in, it has looked good. But before the new manager came in, Salah was outstanding against them. So we thrashed him final, and he had an XG of 1.78. Against Tottenham, it's not a surprise. So that because they concede a lot of chances. So the game ended 3-6 for Liverpool, and he scored 21 points. But he has been amazing this season. So I didn't have Salah for most of the game weeks. I like see was first 3 game weeks, 14 points, 10 points, 17 points. He was very consistent. In the away game versus Manchester United, that was one of the best performances I've seen from Salah in a Liverpool shirt. And he does that against United. I don't know why, but whenever he plays United, even at home or at away, he has that magical feeling of scoring or assisting and taking off his shirt and showing how ridiculous his body is. Or also, he's on fast. Like some people were saying that his minutes may be compromised for the Champions League game. He played 120 minutes and he took a penalty which he scored. So now he will definitely get a rest in the Carabao Cup final. I feel that Elliot may start. So yeah, let's see. So we have talked a lot. We have also talked about the chips which are left. So Bhuvan, you have how many chips left for you?
So I have three left: the bench boost, wildcard, and free hit. So I used the triple captain and the assistant manager.
And you have already used your second wildcard?
No, no, I
Not
have
yet, not yet.
no, not yet.
Okay. So yeah, got it. What about you, Nishant?
So I have four chips left: assistant
Yes,
manager, free hit, wildcard, and bench boost.
bench boost. And bench
Yeah.
boost and wildcard often go hand in hand, if I'm not mistaken. Generally, when you wildcard,
Mm,
you apply to bench boost the next game week, or bench boost can also be used in game week 36, which may
yes.
be a very good game week. So many doubles may be announced. We still
So
have no idea.
again, yeah, I'm waiting for the fixtures to be announced. But yeah, I
Uh,
plan to use my wildcard around 31 so that I can set up my team for at least 3, 4 game weeks and
okay.
then use another chips in like double game weeks.
And speaking of chip utilization, and speaking of a player who never gives up, Raghav, what about you? How many chips are left for you?
Only wildcard is gone for me, which I already utilized a few game weeks back when I was struggling. I had to use it. Every
Okay.
other chip is still left.
Wow.
And I because we saw some of the managers give crazy amount. The manager chip, which we have the new chip this season, gave
Yes.
some crazy results for a lot of people, especially for
David
one of the
Moyes.
managers. Yes,
Yeah.
Crystal
when
Palace.
yes.
Mm,
So he got 20 points each game week, and that was with one game. Imagine you get 20 and in a double game week, 20 plus 20. So the chances of anyone making a comeback are very high if you still got that game week. So I have to plan it very well when I utilize it. If I can utilize it for 5 games, that means two double game weeks and one single game week altogether. For five
yes.
games, if my manager gives me good, even average 10 points, I can cover up 50 points, which I've lost on a lot of people. So I
Mm,
see that as my biggest chip right now. And what I see, game week 32 is a double game week. Game week 33 is likely going to be a big double game week, considering game week 34 is going to be a big blank game week
blank
because
game.
of the FA Cup game fixtures.
Up.
Likely double game week is 35 and 36 again. And just the 37 and 38 might not be double game weeks. So 32 to 36 are game weeks where a lot is going to happen. When you're going to use your triple captainship, when are you going to use your managership? There is a lot on stake. You can't rush into it, but you can't keep waiting either. So
Yes.
it's going to be, and Salah is not going to be most likely not going to be on double game week. So that
Mm,
easy option of having Salah as triple captain is gone. So we have to select someone else, which
yes.
is going to be a challenge. And Haaland is the easiest choice if there is a double game week for Manchester City. But getting in Salah, like getting in Haaland with Salah in the team, like Bhuvan mentioned earlier, is a
Yes.
challenge in itself.
That's one.
You have to let go of a lot of players to have these two in the squad. So especially for people like you who are in the top right now, to
Yeah.
get in Haaland and then get him out is going to be a very challenging thing. So you have to really plan well in advance. A lot of people have uh, removed all their Newcastle assets, as
Hmm.
well as they've removed Mateta, who's been one of my best performers for the last 7 to 8 game weeks. I
He's
still
back
have him
playing now.
because,
Mateta.
sorry,
Mateta is back.
Mateta,
Yeah.
he's back. He's back training. He
Okay.
might officially be back after the
Okay.
international game week break. He'll
Great.
be
Yeah.
back. He might play the FA Cup as well.
Okay.
But he's one because he, like you said, what Salah is doing for Liverpool, Mateta is doing for
Crystal
his
Palace.
team. Yeah, for
Yeah.
Crystal Palace, he's doing taking penalties. He's taking some of the free kicks as well. He's playing up front. He's that guy who just puts in the goal and taps it in. So
Hmm.
he's
He
that
has
kind of a
been linked to
striker.
United also.
Yes,
Okay.
he's been. So this is a very important season for him because there are lack of good strikers in the world right now. This
Hmm.
is a phase in international football where there are not many good strikers.
Yeah.
Cunha was one, but Cunha has decided to extend his contract, so he's out of the market.
So
Mateta is one of the very, very good ones, which is there, and very, very few good strikers in the
I
world.
think Isaac will also
So
probably
yeah,
leave.
speaking of strikers, Isaac is linked with a lot of our clubs, and
Yes.
he will have the luxury if Newcastle don't finish in the top four. Isaac may want to leave, but he may want to continue with this project again because he trusts the manager a lot. And speaking of players, speaking of managers, thank you, Bhuvan, thank you, Nishant, and thank you, Raghav, for such valuable FPL insights and an amazing contribution from all of you. Wherever you are finishing in the league, it doesn't matter as long as you're enjoying the league. And I'm happy that you're enjoying the league and you're continuing to enjoy the league moving forward. It will be an international break soon, so I'll continue to enjoy and hopefully watch some games. I'll watch the women's IPL final tonight. So Delhi Capitals, third season in a row, they are in a final. They are against Mumbai. I don't want to talk about Mumbai, and they already defeated DC like in one final. So this is the third year in a row that the women's Delhi team have finished top in the league stage. This is a marvelous achievement because I don't have any expectations from the men's team. Akshar
Completely
This
Patel,
time,
opposite.
Akshar Patel as the new captain, and
yes,
with a new management, there is some chance. There's a better team, better squad this time
better
around.
squad. Yeah, but
So
Brook got like banned for 2 years. So let's
Yeah.
see who the replacement for Brook may be. But we have talked about football. We also talked about cricket. Yeah. Thank you, Bhuvan. Thank you, Nishant. And
thank
thank you, Raghav, once again. Take care, guys. Enjoy. And if you have any doubts about FPL, about the competition, about chip utilization, feel free to ask in the chat box, and I'll definitely